What up guys, Spyro here! Before we start the video, I just want to let you know how you can help JT Anime's channel grow by going to check out their merch store on Etsy. You can help support the channel by purchasing merchandise like It's Bringing You All That Nerdy Goodness t-shirt, multiple variants coming soon. And just to remind you, new merchandise will be added regularly and all confirmed purchases get a special shout out in future videos. You can also support them at their Buy Me a Coffee page where they'll soon be offering membership exclusive content such as new videos and more of their original and upcoming content like JT Anime and Nerd's new Pendragon Knights of the Round, one of many stories in JT Anime's new superhero universe. Finally, be sure to check out their Amazon affiliate links in the description and pinned comment below. You can not only find incredible products, but also help them toward our goal of turning this YouTube channel into a full-time gig, so they can provide you with higher quality content. So be sure to Hulk smash that subscribe button for more content. JT Anime and Nerd, bring you all that nerdy goodness. Enjoy the video. The story begins at the Bandicoot house with Coco with her online esports team playing Jet League while Tawna is washing some new dishes for her tiki bar in the kitchen.
Aim for the goal! Who's hogging the ball? Seriously, no one can get the power up? What? No, I am not a rage quitter!
Just then, Aku teleports in. Oh, hey Coco.
Can't talk now, playing.
Oh, well, I just thought you'd want to go collect some seashells and talk about their composition while Crash finishes his training. Aku sees Crash through the window, about to karate chop a tree. He hits the tree with his head. Crash then knocks himself out, followed by coconuts falling all over him. So what do you say?
No, what? They kicked me out. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, well,
Yeah. I got experiments to do. Later, Aku.
But
You know, Coco doesn't like you, right?
What? Why? I've been a good father to you three.
I don't know, but I've seen how she treats you. Remember volleyball day?
Serve! Coco jumps up to hit the ball.
Get wrecked!
Okay, I admit that hurt.
And then there was the termite incident.
Ah!
The pain means it's working.
You said it was a trial test.
A test for super termites.
Well, I mean,
Then there was the wood chip laser.
The laser hits Aku and turns him into sawdust.
Sorry.
My word, she does hate me.
I said doesn't like, but if you want to get personal about it.
Of course it's personal. I see you all as my children. Gotta think of something to get on Coco's good side.
Maybe go take her to that Boytiful 12 concert?
That troublemaking boy band whose fans wrecked their last concert? Not a chance. Coco's a child, she's too young for that stuff. First it's a boy band, then a tattoo. Next thing you know, she'll get a boyfriend and run off to Mexico with his brother. Tawna looks at Aku awkwardly.
You really need to cut down on the teen dramas.
You know what I mean. No concert.
Okay, but you better come up with something soon. Otherwise, your rep as perfect daddy goes out the window.
Cannot let that happen. Today, Aku becomes... Aku Dad? I'll workshop it. Crash! Outside, Crash gets out of the coconuts and salutes.
Ah!
Aku then teleports in front of Crash. You're going to help me put together the perfect father-daughter day for me and Coco, or your name's not... A moment later, Coco is working on her de-evolution ray that she used on Papu in the first episode. It's hooked up to some wires. Coco then pulls out a remote control and pushes the button, trying to fuel the ray. The experiment's a dud.
Crud.
Just then, Aku teleports in. Oh, Coco!
What's up, Aku?
I hope you're ready to get out of the lab today. Aku then teleports Coco outside. Because today is family day, just you and me. And Crash.
Tawna?
Don't look at me. I got the bar to tend to. Come on, it'll be fun. You need to get out into the sunlight every now and then.
Actually,
Great! To the native village.
say what?
Aku Aku then teleports Coco and Crash to the native village. Coco is then sitting in what appears to be a judge's table.
What is this?
This is the first ever Wampa Island Talent Show!
A talent show?
Yeah, talent shows are fun.
If I was in middle school,
Would you rather be?
Okay, get on with it.
We shall be the impartial judges of this event.
I don't even... whatever.
Just then, Papu Papu walks onto the stage to announce the first talent. Itugari Tinga Oga Crash Bandicoot. Papu rips up the paper with Crash's name in anger and walks off the stage. The curtains open for Crash to slide on stage.
Ah!
He holds up Wumpa fruits and begins to juggle them. He doesn't know how to juggle. Just then, a small little sticky grenade is thrown onto Papu's nose. Uh-oh. Coco looks at the stage, frustrated. Papu then re-enters the stage, charred. Just then, one of the totem gods' tikis enters the stage.
I thought we got rid of all of them.
Yeah, but some stayed even before you came along. The tiny tiki then pulls out 2 sticks, sets the ends on fire, and begins fire dancing. In the aftermath, the native village ends up on fire. Coco and Aku Aku are singed, with Coco looking less than pleased. I'll take care of him. Aku then heads to the stage while Coco is still looking way more less than pleased. Aku then gets back to the table.
Can we go home now?
Nope! Aku then teleports Coco and Crash. The trio then appear in the outback. How about a stroll through the outback? I'm sure it's been a while since you've been here.
Yeah, not since a maniacal scientist attacked our village and kidnapped us.
Crash begins to zoom around the outback in excitement, happy to be in his old environment. Look, I know this place might bring back a lot of bad memories, but I'm sure there's something here that can make this day fun. How about kangaroo racing?
What?
Crash passes by on his own kangaroo. Just then, Aku Aku appears next to Coco. Well, what do you think?
I think I'm gonna throw up! Get us out of here!
Okay, maybe a slight change of venue. Aku then teleports Crash and Coco to what looks to be some kind of convention. This may be more to your liking.
Manga-con? I mean, it's cool. Come on, Crash!
Hey, wait for me!
There's a demo for End Fantasy 20, a cast of homeless reincarnation, a great but really messed up anime. And my gaming hero, a top champion of Jet League and real-life racing legend.
Coco then sees what appears to be a woman signing autographs out of sand.
Megumi Bandicoot!
Aku Aku then catches up. Whew. Well, if you like her so much, then I'll ask for her autograph.
Wait, what?
Just then, a crash is heard, only for everyone to see Crash accidentally have crashed into a booth of action figures. After this, the booth owner, named Rilla Roo, voiced by Seth Rogen, stomps toward Crash. Do you realize that those vintage figures were priceless? With blinding speed, Crash spins and repairs the booth as best as he can. But then it collapses again. Just then, Aku teleports in. "I'm very sorry, sir." Aku then uses his mojo to completely repair the booth and the action figures. "My son just got a little excited." "Excited? Those figures were already out of the box! They're worthless now! Some dad you are!" "Hey, I'm doing my best here." "Ha! Well, clearly you suck. Why else would this little runt be such a loser?"
Hey!
Out of anger, Aku shoots a mojo blast at Rillaru, causing him to crash into a few booths, causing a bigger scene. "No one insults my children."
No, wait! Stop!
Rillaru then gets back up and charges at Aku. However, before Rilla could get a punch in, Crash steps in, taking both the punch and using his spin attack to knock out Rillaru. Coco looks on, shocked.
Crash!
Coco runs up to Crash and holds him up.
Crash, are you okay?
Coco then looks around to see all the stares they're getting, even being noticed by Megumi, which isn't exactly a positive vibe. Coco? Coco just looks on and slightly in shock.
Let's go.
Coco.
I said let's leave.
Aku, a bit perturbed by the outburst, decides to teleport Crash and Coco away. The trio ends up in the Insanity Jungle.
Why are we...
Emotional distress can affect my teleportation. We'll have to walk it from here. Crash then gets up. Crash then spins ahead. Coco then takes a step forward. Wait! Coco. I'm sorry. I don't know why you don't like me so much. Sometimes I think maybe you hate me. Coco then shows a somewhat annoyed and frustrated expression after hearing this. I just wanted to spend more time with you because I feel like you just pushed me away. Why? Coco then turns to Aku upset.
You really want to know why I don't like you so much? You put Crash in danger. Every day. The training. The mojo madness you keep getting us mixed up with. And the fact that you're training him to take on anything that you know will hurt him because you know what's coming. You dragged Crash into a fight that has nothing to do with us. That's the only reason you saved him.
Coco then turns away with her arms crossed, upset but not walking away. I remember when you, Tawna, and Crash all washed up on Insanity Beach. How close Crash was to death's door. How much has he remembered? Coco begins to shed a couple tears.
Not enough.
Aku then floats down toward Coco. Coco, I didn't choose his path. He did. The mojo did. It hurts me every day to see him struggle, because I know he's not doing it for himself. He does it for you and Tawna. Aku then gently stretches his leaves and has Coco turn to face him. Coco, I've lived for many eons, protecting this island as best as I can. But despite my duty, I always felt something was missing. That I was destined to remain to a single purpose of finding a successor to the teaching of Mojo. And when I first met you all, I thought I had. But then I realized I was wrong. Coco looked surprised at Aku's words. While I must train a successor, yes, I didn't save Crash to save the world. I saved him to save myself. Because for the first time in so long, I didn't feel alone anymore. When I saved Crash, I felt the best I had in years. And then when I took you all in, Coco then begins to cry a little bit. I realized I didn't need to pray for anything else. 'Cause I found a family. I found you children. And that will always be the best day of my life. So no matter how much you may come to hate me, to me, you will always be my daughter. And I love you. Tawna and Crash all the same. I'm not perfect, and I'll never be. I'm making it all up as I go along. But I will never stop trying. You are all my family. Coco begins to cry, followed by hugging Aku Aku.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. It's alright. Just then, Crash comes out of nowhere and decides to get in on the hug. Everyone starts to laugh, turning the moment into a happy one. I don't want this day to end in a bad note. So, and I dread to say this, why don't we go to that Beautiful 12 concert?
What? Seriously?
You stay by me or Crash the whole time. Understood?
Yes!
Aku Aku then teleports Crash and Coco into the Opera House in Sydney, where the concert is taking place. They all look down at the stage from the awning, the best view in the Opera House. Tickets were sold out, so we'll have to break a few rules. Coco then hugs Aku Aku again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And now, give it up for Beautiful 12! Beautiful 12 then steps out on stage and begins singing the song called You're a 12 Girl. Coco and Crash are cheering as the song goes on, but Aku Aku then begins to notice a minuscule shift in the mojo, sensing something's about to go wrong. However, after seeing how much fun Coco is having, he doesn't want to ruin this for her, so he decides to do nothing and hope that it's nothing serious. Meanwhile, backstage, a piece of the tiki the Aku destroyed at the talent show makes its way to the concert, ultimately deciding to merge itself with the electronics backstage. Suddenly, the power around the concert begins to flicker, much to everyone's surprise.
What's happening?
Oh no.
Oh no, what? Aku, what's going on?
Just then, the wall between the stage and backstage breaks, revealing what looks to be a mechanized giant version of the tiki from the talent show.
What's that?
Oh no, I wasn't able to destroy all of the tiki's pieces. It merged with electronics and seeks revenge. Crash then gets ready to fight. No, Crash, stay here. You both have fought my battles enough. It's my turn. Aku then floats down toward the stage.
Aku, wait!
Aku goes down and begins shooting mojo blasts at the giant mechanized tiki. The tiki swipes at Aku a few times, but to no avail. Aku then blasts one of the tiki's eyes off. Ha! That the best you got? Just then, electricity begins to radiate throughout the mechanical tiki, followed by it stretching out multiple ripped cables from its body. Uh-oh. Tiny Tiki then shoots electricity bolts from its stretched out cables, leading Aku Aku to have to teleport multiple times to dodge them fast enough. After the last teleportation, one of the cable tendrils grabs Aku and pulls him in. Aku then tries to teleport, but something's wrong. I've used up too much mojo. Tiny Tiki then begins shocking Aku with electricity running through its cable tendril. As Tiny Tiki laughs while Aku is in pain, what appears to be a cybernetic bladed boomerang cuts Aku free, causing him to fall toward the ground. Crash swoops in and saves Aku before he can hit the ground.
Ha!
Crash, where's Coco? Crash points upward, only to see Coco on a makeshift hoverboard she created from a nearby speaker. She then catches her boomerang.
Back off my mask, Dad!
She called me her mask dad. I knew she cared! Tiny Tiki shoots bolts of electricity at Coco, but Coco counters by exposing the speaker pads under her hoverboard and unleashing a sonic pulse wave to counter the bolts, causing them to disperse. Wow!
Sonic electrical distortion, son!
Did you understand any of that?
Let's get to work, Crash.
Aku floats upward while Crash spins toward the mechanical Tiki's legs. While Coco and Aku deal with tiny Tiki from above, Crash spins behind the Tiki and notices cables going all the way to backstage. Crash follows the cable to a big outlet, which has a lot of plugs in it connected to the mechanical Tiki. Back on stage, Coco keeps cutting Tiny Tiki's cable tendrils while Aku keeps shooting Mojo energy blasts at him.
This is becoming harder than I thought.
Where on earth is Crash? Meanwhile, Crash pulls his 12th plug, which does nothing. Just then, Crash looks at the last plug in the wall, certain that this is the one to shut down Tiny Tiki. Just then, Crash looks up, seeing a bug zapper turn off as a result of the unplugging. Crash then notices a breaker shutdown switch to his right. Oh. Crash pulls the switch, leaving Tiny's mechanical Tiki to shut down and lose its electricity. Tiny then looks up as Coco and Aku look down at him with smirks on their faces. Crash then looks up at what may be perhaps the funniest off-screen beating of a lifetime. Crash looks on to see the mechanical Tiki destroyed. As a piece of Tiny Tiki tries to escape, Aku zaps and destroys it with his last Mojo blast. Good riddance.
Looks like someone's got a dry mouth.
A moment later, the trio walks out of the concert hall. I'm sorry this didn't turn out like you wanted.
Are you kidding? I got to see Boy Devil 12, almost to meet Megumi Bandicoot, and we took down a giant monstrosity. I'd say this day went pretty well in the end, even though the beginning and middle could have used work. Now let's all head back and get some Wampa smoothies from the Tiki Bar. Ha ha!
Crash spins ahead. Coco.
Yeah?
I hope one day you can understand why I chose Crash, and why he is destined to become a Mojo Master. Coco looks in Crash's direction, seeing him bonk his head on a fire hydrant after trying to break it for water.
I'll try.
Aku smiles in response. Now let's go home. Aku then teleports away with Coco and Crash. The trio get back to Insanity Beach. Home sweet home. The trio then goes up to the bar, our area, to greet Tawna.
Have fun at the concert? How did you... I knew he was that desperate. Anyway, perfect timing. Group of middle schoolers are on spring break. Meet Justin.
The trio then turns to see a good-looking teenage boy turn around in his bar chair. Sup? Aku and Crash just are confused while Coco is staring at Justin with her mouth wide open. Coco then falls back off her chair and faints. Uh-oh.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to check out our merch store, buy me a coffee page, and Amazon affiliate link linked in the description and pinned comment below, so you can help us expand the channel and give you guys higher quality content. Also, if you want to check out our original content, be sure to check out the playlists linked in the description below. With all that said and done, I'm JT Anime, and I'll check you guys later.